Footage of Mexico's tremendous floods. Inundations in Acapulco are the result of Storm Julia's torrential rains. Acapulco experiences flooding as two severe storms hit Mexico. After making landfall as a hurricane in Central America days earlier, Storm Julia's remnants dumped a lot of rain on the tourist destination of Acapulco on Mexico's Pacific coast on Tuesday, October 11th. Video posted to Twitter shows flooding in the Crucero de Cayaco neighborhood. Due to Storm Julia's effects, authorities shuttered schools in a number of locales on Wednesday, including Acapulco. Following Wednesday's torrential rains, beach cleanups were in progress, according to the governor of Guerrero. Tropical Storm Carl, which was generating heavy rain in several states on Wednesday morning, was moving toward Mexico at the time that the flooding took place. One day after making landfall as a Category 1 hurricane in Nicaragua, Julia made the uncommon transition from the Atlantic to the Pacific Oceans on Monday, releasing heavy downpours that caused floods and left hundreds of thousands without power. At 3:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Sunday, Julia made landfall close to Pearl Lagoon, Nicaragua, with top sustained winds of 85 miles per hour. The National Hurricane Center downgraded Julia to a tropical storm late on Sunday morning when it passed through Nicaragua's mountainous terrain. On Monday morning, it was reduced into a tropical depression close to the shores of El Salvador and Guatemala, and by Monday night, it had completely vanished. Alejandro Giammattei, the president of Guatemala, declared a state of calamity on Monday. This declaration, which is in force for 30 days, paves the way for immediate actions to protect Guatemalans' lives when Julia brings the nation's torrential downpours and blustery winds. A significant mudslide in Venezuela that has claimed the lives of at least 36 people, according to a report from Bloomberg News, was also attributed to Julia's heavy rains. Julia was only a tropical depression when the landslide in Venezuela occurred. Delcy Rodriguez, the vice president of Venezuela, claimed that several days of torrential rain were to blame for the landslide. Images from San Miguel, El Salvador, posted on Monday afternoon showed residents of the Carrillo area struggling to stay above floodwaters while stranded. According to Reuters, about 1 million people living near the coast of Nicaragua had power and internet outages. While some of the outages were caused by downed power lines, the majority were caused by a government decision to turn off the energy for security. The Nicaraguan National Disaster System issued a red alert for the whole nation after many rivers overflowed as Julia dumped heavy rain across Central America. According to NASA Global Precipitation Measurement total rainfall estimates from early October, when Julia began, until Sunday, Nicaragua and other parts of Central America received more than 11 inches of rain. Highways were shut down as a result of the heavy rains that were reported in Honduras, Panama, and Costa Rica, according to the AP. According to a video from Radio Nicaragua, water flooded over the Pamuca Bridge in Jagalpa, Nicaragua, which is roughly 115 miles west of where Julia made landfall, causing buildings to collapse into the river and debris to be spread everywhere. A home collapsed in Managua, Nicaragua, some 60 miles to the west as it was engulfed in flooding water, displacing the family that resided there. Reuters reports that more than 800 homes in Nicaragua were flooded and 13,000 families had to leave their homes. As workers conducted searches using trained dogs and drones on Sunday, according to Rodriguez, individuals were still boxed in and authorities were attempting to save survivors. 21 sectors in the 54,000-person Las Tejeras have been impacted by floodwaters. The impacted areas received the deployment of more than 20,000 officials.